Hey everybody, guitar review day today. This is a Strat style guitar, as you can see. Company is Monoprice. It is an Indio Classic stamped Monoprice guitar. Bought this myself. This is not an endorsed video. And the reason I bought it was largely due to Daryl Braun's video review of it on YouTube. Daryl, for those of you that are familiar with Daryl, does a really good job and thorough job of ripping apart guitars, giving his professional opinion on guitars, and from a manufacturing standpoint, from a playability standpoint, from a tone standpoint, and he does a really good thorough job. And he really gave this a very positive review for such an inexpensive budget guitar. This guitar is regularly sold by Monoprice on their website for $99.99. That's the typical price for this guitar. It's at that price right now. The thing I found is that Monoprice from time to time runs sales where this is $79.99. But they are now starting to have these guitars pop up on Walmart as well as Amazon for $79.99 while they're advertised on the Monoprice site for $99.99 when there's no current sale on Monoprice, which is unusual. So I bought this off of the Walmart site. They were running a sale for $79.99. It's now back to $99 on Walmart. But you got to shop it. If you're in the market for one of these, check out Walmart, check out Amazon, and then check out Monoprice's site. You could also check out eBay. And who's ever got it for the lowest price, buy it there. But let's talk more about the guitar. So this is a very inexpensive, Strat style guitar. Less than $100. And let's talk about the good, what's on the guitar, specs, etc. So this is a basswood body. It's got a basswood front, basswood back. The neck on the guitar, as you can clearly see, is maple. It's not a solid maple neck. It's maple fretboard laid over maple, a maple neck. The tuners on the guitar are just basic sealed tuners. The headstock, a little odd, right? It's got that beak on it. Some will despise it, others will tolerate it. Some may like it. And it says Indio Classic on the headstock. You can see the truss rod adjustment is right there at the base of the headstock. And it has 2 string trees. This is 22 frets on this guitar. The strings, the stock strings that come on this guitar, full disclaimer, are garbage. So that, they should be immediately replaced. The setup on the guitar, out of the box. And this guitar I just got today. So I unboxed it and brought it out here. So you're seeing it an hour after I received this guitar. So I did nothing to this guitar. So the setup is decent. The string height is actually perfect. It's the right height for me. There's absolutely no string buzzing up and down the neck of the guitar. The fret ends on the guitar are definitely good. I've seen some reviews on this guitar on YouTube where people have complained about slicing their fingers open with sharp fret ends on this guitar. Maybe I got lucky, but this one is absolutely perfect. There's no sharp fret ends on the guitar. What else here? So the front of the guitar here, you can see, and I love this color, this blueburst color, which has, dark blue or really more of a powder blue color, and then in the inside it's really light blue, almost bleeding into white on the inside of the guitar. It has a one-ply, single-ply white pickguard on the guitar, and it has your typical Strat style appointments. So it has a 6-screw saddle bridge, typical Strat bridge on here. It appears to be locked, right? Or blocked, I should say, because it's not a floating bridge. It's completely flat against the body of the guitar. I don't play a tremolo system, so it doesn't matter to me if this thing is, crap or not. And I'm sure it is. It looks like a very, very inexpensive pot metal bridge on the guitar. Seems extremely cheap. The pickups are typical Strat single coil pickups, 3 of them, and these are ceramic pickups. The pots on here are probably small pots, I'm sure. I know I've seen some from other reviews that have gutted the guitar. They appear to be small, and the block on the back of the set of the bridge is also extremely small. So again, this is a budget Strat style guitar. I'm sure they use the cheapest, Chinese components that they could possibly use. You have a single volume and 2 tone knobs like you do on a Strat. 5-way switch. The switch itself feels okay. Doesn't feel super cheap. You have your typical fret markers on the fretboard, and you also have fret markers alongside the side of the neck. The guitar, believe it or not, also has a sticker on it with a serial number. So there are serial numbers assigned to these guitars. It appears to be a 2021 build. There's the typical back plate on the guitar where your springs are. Imagine these have 2 or 3 springs that are on the guitar. Here's your 4-screw neck plate for your bolt-on neck. Has nice contours on the guitar, so you can see here on the back. It's a nice cutout contour on the back of the guitar, and on the front you have your your arm rest cut out on the front of the guitar, which is nice also. Here is where you plug in, right, on the front of the Strat, typical to Strat style guitars. Your pick, boy oh boy. Your strap holders, you have one here at the end of the guitar, and the other where it typically is on the Strat, on the top bout of the guitar. What else do we have to talk about in terms of features and functions? So, first impressions out of the box. The guitar is in excellent condition. I don't see any visual blemishes on this thing. Set up, fairly well by Monoprice. They advertise that they have their own, in-house luthier, I guess, in California that goes over these things before they're shipped out. I've read some reviews where that's not necessarily the case. Others where people are happy. I'm happy. This seems to be set up, perfectly fine. What else? The shipment on the guitar was absolutely delayed. I don't know what's going on now with China, but there are issues now with shipping guitars for some reason. Monoprice themselves have disclaimed on their website that there are going to be delays as well because they're expanding their warehouse to accommodate better shipping. And the ironic thing is, while they're doing that, they have worse shipment delays. But in any event, it still came fine. Walmart is great. Again, I bought this from Walmart, so if there are any issues with the guitar, I know I can bring it back. They'll refund my money, no questions asked. But I mean, for $79.99 with a gig bag, and it comes with the Indio gig bag, which most people have seen before. It's a nice padded gig bag. To get a gig bag with this and the guitar for $79.99 is crazy. It really is. It comes obviously with the tremolo bar, and it comes with an Allen wrench, and that's what you get with this. You get the gig bag and the Allen wrench and the tremolo bar, and they also throw in a little card where it thanks you for buying the product and gives you information on where you can get support. So I think a lot of companies could be well, taught by Monoprice for how, a company should operate and sell guitars. I mean, a lot of these import Chinese budget guitars don't come with gig bags, or they come with at best, a dust cover. Monoprice does the right thing. As a matter of fact, here, I'll show you real quick. I'll put the guitar down. Pardon my back. This is the gig bag. So it comes with this Indio branded gig bag, and it's actually stitched onto the bag. Really nicely done. Zipper on the front. And the bag itself, again, I don't know how well this is going to show up on this video, but it actually has some padding in it. So this is not, and it has structure to it. It's actually in the form and shape of a guitar. So this is better than your traditional, I've gotten worse gig bags, to be honest with you, shipped to me from Fender than this thing. So it's a decent gig bag, and I would imagine, something of this quality in a store would probably be around $30. So I really don't know for the life of me how they can ship a fully functional and playable instrument like they do, and a gig bag of this quality for under $100. And in my case, I got it for $79.99 plus tax, free shipping. Just mind-boggling. So I'm going to take a quick break, and then I'm going to come back. I'll plug the guitar in, and you can hear what the guitar sounds like with the different switch, pickup settings on the guitar. I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back. So got it plugged in. It's plugged into my little bass orange amp, 6-inch speaker, so it's a very, very small, portable amplifier. And we're going to play it now clean through the neck pickup. And now the neck and the middle pickup. And now just the middle pickup. And now the middle and the bridge. And now finally, just the bridge pickup. And now I'll put a little bit of dirt on the guitar. And again, neck and middle. Just the middle. Middle and bridge. And then finally, just the bridge pickup. And now I'll just play some notes. Now I'm going to take off the dirt and clean. Turn the volume up a bit. So it's probably out of tune already because these are, again, factory strings, just came out of the box. But just wanted to give you some idea of how this thing sounds through an amp, again, these pickups are bare bone ceramic single coil pickups. They're okay. For me, they're certainly fine. Me being somebody that just practices at home and doesn't play out, doesn't record. So for a hobbyist or someone that's just learning an instrument, I would imagine these pickups are fine. But if you do play out with this thing, or you do intend to record with it, I certainly would replace these inexpensive ceramic pickups. The other thing is these the tuners on here leave a lot to be desired. They're really, really cheap, inexpensive tuners. So again, probably putting a set of better tuners on, locking tuners, whatever, you'll get a heck of a lot more mileage out of that. The nut and the saddle, as I mentioned before, are plastic. So, well, actually, just the nut is plastic on here, and it's cheap. It's cheaply cut. It seems to be okay in terms of the way the strings are aligned on here, but again, it's a very, very inexpensive, cheaply cut plastic nut, so you'd probably want to switch that out as well. So I think for short money, you can make this thing into a real player. I mean, I love the color of the guitar, I really do. The basswood body, it's nice and light. I would say this guitar probably weighs 7.5 pounds. So it's not super light, but it's certainly not a heavy Strat. Very comfortable to play. The neck on here is a C-shape neck. I would describe this as being a full C. It's certainly not a thin C. It's got a little bit of chunk and a little bit of girth to it. So if you want something that's an Ibanez Wizard neck or something thin like even a Yamaha Pacifica, this guitar doesn't have that. It's got somewhat of a dense, full neck. If you like necks on the fuller side, you'll love this neck. I personally don't. It's not baseball bat thick. I don't like super thick necks, so it's comfortable for me. I think it's very, very a great feel. It's I wouldn't say a matte finish. It's an unfinished neck in terms it doesn't have any gloss, but it has a little bit of something on it. It's not like raw wood. So it's a very, very comfortable, easy playing neck. I absolutely love it compared to a lot of the other inexpensive Strat style guitars, a la Grote, and some of the others, even Bullets for that matter. So I really, really think this is a bargain at the price that they're giving these things, considering that they're shipping them with that decent gig bag as well. And I'd highly recommend this as a first guitar for a modding platform. As a gift to someone that's wants an extra guitar. Maybe someone doesn't have a Strat in their arsenal and just wants to have a Strat style guitar. This thing is fully playable guitar, made decent for an inexpensive guitar, and backed by a company that I've dealt with a lot, Monoprice, they're great. They're great to deal with. So I think this is a winner. Can't see how you can go wrong buying one of these things, especially if you can get them for $79.99 like I did. Even $99.99 is still a great deal. So guys, as always, any questions, fire them below. I'll do my best to answer them as quickly as possible. As always, I really, really appreciate your support, so please subscribe and give me a thumbs up if you find these reviews helpful. And until the next time, as always, be well and stay safe. Take care.